Hello everyone and welcome to the Honey Soul Child Bottega channel. I am your chakra priestess here to do another monthly lunar reading for the elements for the month of February, and we're going to see what the energies could be looking like around the month of February. So let's go ahead and get into it. Please keep in mind that all readings on my channel are for entertainment purposes only, due to everything that's not set in stone because of free will. However, you could take the message and apply it to your situation however sees fit, and if it doesn't apply, let it fly. All right, so starting with the air signs, your message is boundaries. There is optimism, there is growth when there are boundaries established. There is a sense of creative energy as well as positive and optimism when it comes to establishing your boundaries this season or just within this month. So air signs, it's about learning to establish those healthy boundaries. Okay. Also, judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. All right. So, also, it is simply to focus, because focus is at the bottom of the deck for the collective, on your own experiences and not look outside yourself for justice may all be very nice for gurus, but for those of us who just want to be the change they wish to see, I judge happily that certain things are unacceptable. So strive to change those things. People judge that slavery wasn't right and involve themselves in change, even to the extent of raging war. People judge that whaling wasn't right, so it's being banned in most countries. We judged that apartheid wasn't right and people had perished to change it. One brave man like Nelson Mandela was jailed for decades as a result. But boundaries are to teach people how to treat us, and this is a kind of positive judgment. So yes, in other words, with this boundary card, it is treat others the way you want to be treated. And as you can see with this this young lady in this image, you see like a ethereal bubble surrounding her as a flower, looks like a dandelion, is trying to land on the field, but it cannot touch her physical presence. It'll just touch her boundaries gently. Okay, so all right, air signs. Now the shadow aspect, well, first let me go ahead and clarify. Let's go ahead and clarify this first. Okay, clarify the boundaries card. Clarify the boundaries card. All right, we got answers that came out, and we're gonna see what this other card is. We got justice. Okay. Answers, financial health. So it may be concerning to your financial needs, like establishing a healthy look within your finances, or you will embark financial health, or could be embarking on financial health once grounding is needed. And the tree, it also represents like a family tree. So you may experience some generational wealth as you begin to look over your finances and budget properly. Establish those boundaries from people who normally would, take your money or ask for money, or just be more conscious of who and where you give your money to, and whatever answers you're trying to seek. Along with establishing those boundaries, you will begin to embark in your own justice. And this is given Libra energy. So you may be a Libra, or you may be establishing boundaries with a person that is a Libra. Okay. All right, now for the shadow side for the air signs, let's see what comes out for you all. What shadow work could the air signs work on? We have unethical shadow, immoral, unethical behavior, lawbreaker, fraud, wrongdoer, evildoer. However, stay away from these things that get you in trouble and use your life experiences wisely. You can overcome your past. We got NYPD on here. We got Doe Jane. So you may have been a person that were close or was close to getting put into jail, or you've been experiencing you may have been the person that just got out. You may be the person that is in this predicament right now, or you've had like a close call moment. Okay, at the top we have reckless shadow, don't care about danger or consequences, self-destruct, turbulent, daredevil, careful not to slip into old patterns of behaviors and response. Soul work is hard, but don't give up. At the bottom, we have duality shadow, unable to merge two opposite sides of them, double life, conflict within, split personality, learn to embrace your, but on the flip side, learn to embrace your opposite sides, appreciate them, and realize that each one contains something value. So basically what I just got from these three shadow cards here, again, you can pinpoint which one is relatable in your situation, but pick and choose your battles wisely. You can have a healthy balance and embracing your duality, the dualities within self, like your positive traits and your negative traits, but also don't get to a point where you're being reckless about it. Be careful not to slip. Doing shadow work is hard. It is a hard course, and it's going to test your limits on whether you're going to end up slipping up and falling back to those old patterns, or you're going to be the one that overcomes them with this duality shadow and learning to embrace both sides. Okay. All right. Now, on with the fire signs, we have purity. Purity with also the number 30, well, number 3 as well, with snow moon. So as I'm looking at this picture, it is, I see a full moon. And of course, this is winter depiction, and we are still in winter season. And we also have this young lady that is, her eyes are covered. Her crown and her eyes are covered. So it's like snow moon. When I think about this image, when I think of white, of course, I think of purity. I'm thinking of a fresh start, as well as, purifying yourself, cleansing yourself, so you can be able to unveil what has been hidden for so long and get clarity from a situation. Okay, so that's what I'm intuitively getting from this image. It also is talking about look for the simplest and cleanest solutions. Understand your motives for doing what you're doing. Be as clear as possible within your communication. Okay. There are good reasons to strive for a kind of positive purity in our lives, being precise with our language and as clear as we can be in our communication means fewer miscommunications and misunderstandings in our relationships and work. Keep our intentions pure and attain with lower energies such as jealousy, revenge, or unworthiness as such as possible means that our motivations are pure and not muddy in their reasoning. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this card here. Clarify the purity. That's a lot of cards, my gosh. Okay. Clarify the purity card. Compassion, follow through with forgiveness, and career. So it may be in your regards to your career. Okay, so career and compassion and forgiveness. So forgiveness. Okay, so what I see in this image with this compassion, I do see this beautiful being that is channeling her, I'm gonna say Reiki, but energy to earth, and earth is this is also giving me Empress energy as well. Because usually when regular tarot there is, or like a oracle deck, the earth is always like near the solar plexus region slash sacral chakra, where the earth is depicted as a pregnancy. So as you are purifying and cleansing during this winter season, possibly, right? Because it is dealing with hibernation. Being able to you'll be able to show a little bit more compassion in yourself, and being willing and receptive enough to forgive yourself, as well as others along within your journey. And you also see this being in this picture, this young lady in this picture, she is wearing the color white as well. And waterfalls and the body of waters in general is giving feelings and emotions as well. So with this earth here, that could be groundedness, and as you are being grounding yourself with more compassion, you'll start to be more receptive to forgiving, or going on the pathway for forgiveness, and it can embark a new career. I mean, it can spark a whole new career in the spiritual realm in regards to what you are, getting rid of, and what you have been pondering, and whatever inspirations you're getting at this moment that may jumpstart to a new career path for you, fire signs. Okay, now far as the shadow card, the shadow card for you all, fire signs, let's see. We have Savior, shadow. Which is try to save or fix other people, interfering, meddling, servant. Cultivate your own garden. If you're busy trying to save or fix others, you risk of not seeing your own issues. Okay, so you all fire signs, some of you all fire signs have been in this Captain Sava energy, right? Behind the card we have rigid, which leads to some rigidness, inflexible thoughts, behavior patterns, outdated beliefs, uptight, uncompromising. But it's important to keep an open mind and try new things, and not to take yourself too seriously. Embrace the humor and flexibility. And then also in front of the card or at the bottom of the card is defensive shadow. This is given Leo energy just by her hair, okay? But anyways, an overprotective mentality, cautious, easily triggered, quick to protect, but having the willingness to lay aside your defensive tendencies so you can see situations clearly, okay? All right, so that's what I'm getting for the fire signs. Don't be in that savior, okay? Don't be in that savior martyr syndrome, because it's going to lead into some rigidness to where you become a little bit more defensive, and that prevents, and it probably gets into your work, because there's no compassion or forgiveness there. So it's important to address those the shadow cards right here, or the shadow work that you are encountering on your journey, so you can be able to come out victorious in the end. Okay. All right, so that's the fire signs. On to the water signs. We have nourishment with the waxing crescent move. Waxing crescent. Waxing is growth. Growth. So water signs, this is right up y'all alley, because nourishment, that and this waterfall falling from the moon, again, tapping into your emotions, being so you can be fruitful and multiply. It don't even have to be with a baby. It can be being fruitful in all aspects of your life. Okay, being able to tend to self-care and self-love so you can be able to be fruitful. Okay, choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. When you are jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. Pay attention to your health. Okay, on the flip side, additionally, it probably isn't an exaggeration or to say that the Western world is obsessed by food or the wrong for the wrong reasons. Food is often used as pain relief, with many people overeating due to anxiety or pain. Food becomes a diversion rather than something that is nourishing or even simply enjoyable. Learning to nourish bodies purely to give them what they really need is key to mental and physical health. Okay, so meeting our values, living by them, is a sure way to nourish our being, and we will feel more complete and fulfilled if we're able to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify the nourishment. Let's clarify the nourishment. Okay, so we got beauty and confidence. Once you begin to nourish yourself, right, and choosing to feed yourself in the best way, shape, or form, in a healthy manner, your confidence will start to begin to unravel. So it'll be a boost of confidence. You'll begin to see your beauty start glowing even more, because when you look good, you feel good. But of course, there is the old saying that goes, you are what you eat. So it's important to feed your body good nutritious foods and water, so you can be able to maintain not only the body structure, the inside and the outside. Talent. is at the bottom of the deck. So it may be you're talented, that once you begin to be in that nourishment and you begin to grow and expand and be fruitful as you begin to nourish yourself, building your confidence, and your beauty starts to enhance a little bit more, well, naturally. Talent comes into play. That could mean anything from you may utilize this as sharing your talents as for others, sharing your beauty secrets, sharing how you build your confidence. Practice makes perfect in regards to continue to set aside for self-care and self-love. Also shining your light as you begin to build your confidence and your beauty glow up. Or sign up with a talent agency if you're interested into that entertainment realm, or go for what makes your heart sing. So go with set your soul on fire. Okay, you may be the person that wants to be a dancer. Okay, you may be a person that wants to be in the beauty industry. You may be a person that wants to be in this life coach and being a confidence coach. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the shadow side is looking like. Okay. Shadow cards for water signs. We have paradox. Paradox shadow, act in contradiction to personal beliefs, duplicitous, contradiction, or inconsistent. But on the flip side, embrace the complexity of your mind that extends beyond the barriers of logic, and you will discover a world of wonder. Behind it was childish shadow, immature or lack of experience, sheltered, adult temper tantrums, peril. Give yourself time to grow into yourself and put your childlike behaviors to use by going out and explore new things. And lastly, entitled, you owe me attitude, self-centered, unrealistic expectation. Learn to stop expecting others to give you things that you can do for yourself, and you will accomplish so much more. All right. So that's what's here for the water signs. Water. And lastly, we have the earth sign. So the resistant card came out first, and then I put it back in the deck, but I'm acknowledging it because there could be some more self-reflection needed as you begin to you may be stubborn or resistant to change as you are releasing. So that's probably why you have a grip on something. There's something in that you are holding a grip to, because how this picture is depicting, and it's what. And when it comes to bringing something, or when it comes to growth, you have to release something. You have to grow. In order to grow, you got to release. So it's not the time to be resistant, because changes are coming. Changes are coming whether you want it or not. Hence, you have this tree rooted in surrounding this egg and this nest here. And it's time. It's time. Look at the clock here. It's time. It's time. So, with that being said, with that one, like I said, reject stagnancy right here to get unstuck. Take action. The choice to grow should be made. Expect growing pains when making huge changes in your life. Change is a natural part of life, and it cannot be pushed against forever. Change could have aim and purpose. Be courageous. you will blossom. Okay, so let's see what else comes out for you as we clarify your cards. Okay, we got boundaries that came out flying. So as you are releasing this energy, earth signs, boundaries need to be established so you can have the courage to move on. And your spirit guides are leading you on the way. They are cheering you on, but you gotta let go because they are there for you. They are here for you every step of the way. Okay, now for the shadow cards for you all. We have, okay, all right. Hold up. Okay, the first we have mocking shadow, making fun of others, sarcasm, ridicule, taunt, insulting, and tease. So no matter how badly people treat you, never drop to their level. Take the high road. Meanwhile, we have sanctimonious shadow with acting as if morally better than others, self-righteous, holier than thou, but creating an environment of openness, trust, and collaboration, and look at things from a different perspective. At the bottom, we have overbearing, overwhelming in their power, pushy, forceful, annoying, and dictatorial. A situation or someone in your life may need adequate space from you. Allow room for conditions to improve. So you could be dealing with an overbearing person, or you could be an overbearing person. You may be the type of person that is acting holier than thou, like in a hypocritical manner, or you may fall into the category of mocking someone, taunting, teasing, okay, being sarcastic, nonchalant behavior. All right, so let me go ahead and clear this off so I can close this up. All right, so I'm gonna be pulling from the Lantern Oracle of a closing message. Closing message for the collective. We have radical self-acceptance, and I'm seeing hues of red, so it's grounding energy for me. But the number 29 is 11, so that's a master number, right? And breaking that down is the number 2, so we're dealing with some duality. Radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself, okay? So whatever you perceive yourself, that's what others are seeing in you. At the bottom of the deck, we have repair. Making amends rather than fun times reveals a relationship true constitution. So with this radical self-acceptance card, it is a guardian message. And with the guardian messages, they are tied to, hold on y'all, midlife, empowerment, selfhood, authority, meaning, composure, gifts of renewal, and insight. So what this is saying as a message, you accept, judge, and connect with others to the extent that you accept, regard, and connect with yourself. When we radically accept ourselves, we become luminous. When we force ourselves into shaped roles and pursuits that are not authentic, we compromise our true potential and radical and radiance. The guardian encourages you to accept yourself totally, to unconditionally open your full potential, live your bliss, light your light will illuminate how beautiful life is. Okay. And yes, that is a beautiful way to end this. In other words, deep self-reflection. Deep reflection. List all the things about yourself that you have ever wished to change. What is it about yourself that you were rejecting, and why? Where did that story come from that suggested something about you was wrong, not good enough, or needed to change? And the list goes on, okay? So with that being said, that is a great way to end that. Be your true authentic self with radical self-acceptance. All right. So that concludes the reading for this lunar monthly reading. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. Feel free to leave your comments down below on what you thought about this as well. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And you can visit my website and book with me for readings that I have set for you to utilize on my website, www.honeysoulchildbottega.com. And always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself, so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next one.